Hola, mi amigos. Me llamo Marco Mac.
And I am Jordan Barnes.
Jordan Barnes. There we go. That's how we do
Me
it.
amo?
And I've got something really important to tell you.
Me?
Yep. What
Okay.
is Leva Bates and Peter Avalon's favourite chocolate bar? Time's up.
Okay.
It's a whisper.
Whisper?
Shh.
Is that a UK thing? Because I've
You
never
heard of
heard
Whisper?
of a whisper. No.
Anyway, they don't sponsor
You'll have
us.
to send me one.
Right, on today, we're just talking about the recent WWE releases and where they think they might fit in AEW or New Japan or Impact Wrestling. So without any further ado, let's get cracking with the knacking.
Do. So are we saying where we think they should go or where we would want them to go?
Well, we're just going to discuss where we think. So, in no particular order, right? What would you do with Kurt Angle?
Retire.
Yeah, so he can pop up in AEW maybe and just do a wee, Hey!
If anything,
Here's the
he'll go
TNT
to-
Championship like Bret Hart did.
It'll be he'll either be retired and return to WWE in some aspect once this is all over, or if anything, he's going to go to Impact. But I don't think he's going to go.
He did a lot of things in
think
Impact.
I think he's done.
That's like his second home. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, again, as we're discussing these names, just you say, yeah, I would buy these guys, right? If you're Tony Khan.
Yep.
Tony Khan! Rusev,
AEW.
all day. All day.
He's so charismatic. I would love to see him in New Japan too, but I think AEW makes more sense.
I don't
Because
mean
with
to be mean, right?
AEW, he might be able to do a little bit of both.
If you're going to get rid of two folk, it's Bobby Lashley and Lana. Please don't hire Lana with Rusev. Let's just keep him on his own.
Yes,
him on his
please. If anything, what they need to do is get Aiden English too.
Yeah, I wouldn't book him. I wouldn't buy him.
Just
like
as
we're
a
playing
straight
Monopoly.
manager? Oh, I would. Just as a talker? Oh, be amazing. They could bring Rusev Day back in a different way. Oh,
Who would you? Oh yeah, I forgot they were together. Yeah, you could do that shtick. But who would you put Rusev in a feud with? Okay, would he be heel or would he be face?
face.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to make him heel.
I would have him come in as a face and go against. This is gonna sound weird, but Brody Lee. I think they would have
The
an
Dark
awesome
Order?
match. Yeah.
Well, fuck it. Since we're talking, since you're already going there, you can't not hire
Rowan?
Rowan. You can't not hire Eric Rowan and put him into the Dark Order. Perfect.
No, I don't want it. I don't want it.
I do want
I've
it.
seen them take. Why? Because again, I've never been able to do any of the stuff that these guys can do. It's just I don't get him. He doesn't do anything for me in the ring. It's impressive for how big he is, but then you see a guy like Lance Archer who's maybe a little bit more cut than Eric Rowan.
Yeah.
In what he can do, and it's like, okay, I don't need the big immobile guys anymore.
Well, AEW needs bigger guys because they don't have many. So I'm definitely saying
No, they don't. They don't.
They do.
As soon as they start building up all these bigger guys, then all the guys we like that are a little bit smaller get left behind.
Okay, well I'm saying I want Eric Rowan in in the Dark Order. And do you know what I would do, Jordan? Do you know how I'd introduce
What?
Eric Rowan? A backstage thing with the Exalted One's in his suit again, and he's talking to all his minions, and there's someone just out of shot you can't see. You just see their shoulder, and a spider crawls on the table, and he just squashes it. He squashes the spider. Come on, that's funny as fuck. And it's Eric Rowan.
That would be okay.
And he goes, "That's the last squash match you ever have," or something like that. I think that'd be funny. Anyway. Right, so Eric Rowan, I would put in the Dark Order. You disagree. How about Drake Maverick?
Impact.
I'd put him back in Impact.
I would love him on AEW too, because I just think he's a very charismatic person.
Yeah.
But it just makes probably more sense.
And do you know what?
I think him and EC3 will go with the same spot. Wherever they go, they're going to go together.
Yeah, well, let's talk about EC3, but before we do that, look, I get it. You've lost your job, and you're really upset. A grown man crying on social media is not cool. I get it.
See, I disagree with you on that.
Grown men.
I was moved by that. That.
Yeah, because you're a big girl as well. No, man up. Things are tough. People are dying out there. Other folk are losing their jobs that are on a lot less money than these guys. They've got money saved up. They will bounce back. They will be fine. You'll see your friends again. It's not the end of the world, man. I get it. It was emotional, but nah. I'm be like, come on, don't cry on social media. Don't do it. It's not cool.
Agree to disagree. I really liked it.
EC3, have you seen his new character?
No, I didn't see that video yet. Is
Fucking
it essentially
awesome.
the same thing?
Awesome.
Yep.
Basically, his character's like he's a heel, right? But he's talking about it's almost like people are obsessed with commercialism. He's against big corporate. You know, people are just too busy commenting on Facebook and Instagram and living vicariously through celebrities. They're not living their own life. But he's like, but I have, and I'm rich, and I've got money because I did something with my life, and yous need. And he's been a heel, but he's trying to motivate people to actually do something with your life. Get off the bloody internet and just do something. So you have to watch the video, but it's really, really cool. And he puts a whole description. This is my new character that I'm trying out, and he describes it all. And I think I said it was an inspirational, it was brilliant, and I think he could pull it off and excel at the character, and it would be great in AEW. But I'd like to see him do a version of Dynasty from Major League Wrestling, and when he was in Dynasty, MGF, and do something with MGF and have like a Dynasty thing going on.
Yeah, I can see that potentially. Mm-hmm. But like I said, I think wherever he goes, I think Spud goes with him.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
Here's an obvious one.
And then...
Oh, I want to go. I like the chocolate.
What about...
Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows?
New Japan. For sure.
What?
Yeah. For sure they're going to New Japan.
You take the pick. Oh, I thought you said Impact. I thought you said Impact.
No. New Japan. They're going to go to New Japan.
Luke Gallows and Anderson can have their cake and eat it. You can do the New Japan and have the similar AEW deal.
Yeah.
Because I remember last month, it's so weird how things have happened, right? Where Anderson and Gallows won that stupid fucking trophy, the best tag team in the world, right? And they were doing that whole gimmick with the best tag team in the world, and the Young Bucks are doing the same thing on AEW with the best tag team in the world and all that. And I thought, man, these two
the Revival's definitely going to AEW.
The Revival?
Like, we haven't even talked... The Revival.
Oh,
They're going to AEW for sure.
But think about it now, though. You can have the Revival. Well, let's do Revival in a second, right? But let's take Gallows and Anderson, and we can have that best tag team in the world match, because they were doing that shtick in WWE. They can now do it with the Bucks and have that match. So that's what I want to see. But yet, talking of the Revival...
Time out. Just brainstorming in my head here.
Yeah.
NXT talent supposedly are being paid for the next 30 days, and then they're free to do whatever they want. If I'm reading into things correctly, I don't know if that's everyone.
Yeah.
But maybe. So here's my thought. You have Gallows, Anderson, and Finn Balor show up all at the same time into AEW.
That would be awesome. I don't think he's going to be
Yeah.
crazy enough to let Finn Balor go, because you could grate cheese on those abs all day, and the best tasting cheese is off of Finn Balor's abs.
That feels like a weird UK thing.
But it's that's a good shout. Actually, imagine the impact that would have if you did that.
It'd be amazing, because then it would essentially, because they would do it more Bullet Club style.
Mm-hmm.
They wouldn't be able to call it Bullet.
The Bucks are there
Club.
as well.
And the Bucks are there, and then Kenny's there, Cody's there. It's interesting.
It's almost like the Elite gets blurred with the Bullet Club, and it's like, oh, what's your, where do your priorities lie? Where do your allegiances lie? Is it with this Elite, or is it with the Bullet Club? Where do your allegiance really lie? You could do something like that, and then the whole time you get Jericho in the inner circle just stirring up shit between the two of them.
That's what you need. I like the fact that New Japan has multiple factions all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I just find that's interesting.
I love
and you can
factions.
have matches within factions, and
reminds of the Attitude Era. There were all factions everywhere. Los Boricuas and the Nation of Domination, and you had the Ministry of Darkness, the Corporate Ministry. Yep, you had the Union. Yep, you had all that stuff going on. DX,
Right to Censor.
Right to Censor. Yep, you had all that going on.
I loved Right to Censor. Fuck, they were great.
So why not? Another talent who I'm a big admirer of, and I followed his career because I was a big TNA fan, huge. I followed them religiously, like I'm with AEW now. I just like someone that gives competition to Vince. Is Eric Young, and he loves cigars as much as me. I'd like to see
Eric Young's gonna go to Impact.
I'm thinking that.
Good Canadian boy. Impact's essentially Canadian now. Not really, but they do a lot of tapings in Canada.
Yeah.
I think that just makes the most sense. Let him run. Let him do what he wants to do.
That makes sense. I'd actually like to see a bit of a TNA revival. I'd like to see that with some of the older guys.
What the fuck did they do with Sanity? Sanity was such a cool entity when they came out of NXT.
Fucked it up.
And then instantly just went, no.
That's what Vince does. These playthings. This is him. This is Karma biting him in his fucking big spotty kiss my ass club ass, because he held all these talents, did nothing with them, and now he's like, Steve Corino. They can't wrestle. They can't do indies. They can't do AEW. They can't do anything. If Can wants to buy them up and waste money on them, be my guest, and then he's just letting them all go, thinking, hey, I can bring them back anytime I want.
Yep.
Some names we're just gonna go by these names, and no offense to them. Sarah Logan, no way Jose, no. Mike Chioda, Vince, you absolute cunt. 30 years that man gave you, and he's not even furlonged.
AEW.
Bring him
AEW. For sure. Mike
could be
Chioda's
right
going
up
to be a
there.
ref in AEW. Yeah.
Get Mike Chioda in there, man. I love Mike Chioda. What a guy.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but was Earl Hebner just for All Out? Or All In?
No, he's done. Earl Hebner's done a couple. He comes in. They're really good to Earl.
Okay.
They'll give him if they're near where Earl lives, because he's an older guy, especially now. But if you just want to travel too much, then if they're local, they'll just give Earl a call, and it's a nice wee rub in that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. But Chioda would come in and be essentially like their top guy.
Yeah.
You would put him and Aubrey as their top ref.
Primo and Epical, forget them. We didn't even know they were in WWE. Thought they were gone, and they want to wrestle for their dad's business anyway. They've got, I think his dad.
They'll do some MLW stuff. I bet.
Do you know what? That's a perfect fit for them. Good shout, MLW.
Yep.
Mike and Maria Kanellis still go to TNA, Impact. They'll go back there.
Yeah, more than likely.
And a guy who I think is just, AEW perfect to the core, Lio Rush. He's a smaller guy. He's got a great body. He's got a great look. And he's very good in the ring. He's charismatic. And I think some of the problems he had backstage with WWE is probably their system. I think he wants to be a little bit more outspoken, more creative, and you're just like held down there. Whereas in AEW, you can actually, he wouldn't be a pain in the ass because he'd be able to just,
I honestly think he might go New Japan.
Really?
Get into the Super Juniors there. And I think that could look really good for him if you did well in the Super Junior division.
Okay.
And then potentially NWA. I don't know why. I just feel like he would do good in NWA.
My sincere apologies because, NWA is a fantastic fit for all these places. They really, really are. I mean, I love NWA, and you're right. See, to be honest, now, you've got Vince on the ropes. You've got him on the ropes. AEW, NWA, New Japan, work something out. Work something out. We're not talking about every other week, but just work something out. Trade a few guys here and there. They can do some things because they're chomping at the bit for a Darby Allin or somebody like that to go over there.
Yep.
Darby Allin, NWA, man, that'd be fucking cool. Some of the matches he could have over there. I'd love to see him and maybe even doing some of the stuff with the TV title they've got. Some of the smaller, younger guys that they've got over there. I'd love to see that. So,
yeah.
and man, even just having, I don't know, even some of the crazy shtick that they've got with like Question Mark and old Sandow. I like him and all his shtick that he does. Plus, you've got Nick Aldis, right? £10 of gold.
Yeah.
Get Vince right on the ropes. People are too loyal though. To WWE, they're too loyal.
Yeah.
Nah, ship's sailed. I mean, we're not even going to cover off all the guys that have gone like IRS, all these road guys like Billy Kidman and all that. All these guys.
Lance Storm, Shane Helms. Like, it's crazy. Well, what do you do with Zack Ryder and Hawkins then? Do you not take them as a package, or do you do them individually?
You can't hire them all. The roster's not that big. You probably could, but you need the money to do it. Now's not the time to be hiring.
I think both those guys would fit in AEW in their own ways. Because you got to think, so like Zack Ryder, with what he did with on YouTube, essentially led the Bucks to doing what they did.
Yeah,
what
BT and all that, yeah.
What Sammy's doing, right? Like, that's because of a guy like Zack Ryder. And then you take a guy like Kurt Hawkins, who's trained a couple of the AEW talents, like an MJF, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and he's good. I like Kurt Hawkins. I think he's entertaining.
I do like him.
I
do. He's a ginger, and gingers rock.
I'm a daywalker, so there's a difference.
I can't believe I just said that. What the fuck, man? How can we forget about Heath Slater?
Yeah.
Like,
I think Heath Slater will go.
Heath Slater is buff, by the way. He's buff, and he's a big dude. Like, he's bigger than you think. When you put him in the AEW, he'll look like one of the bigger guys.
Yeah.
And I think when you've got your Spears and your Heath Slaters and your whether it be Zack Ryders, and if they come over and you show them how they can be booked to be talents and not just sort of mid card to sort of jobber level in WWE, then I think that'd be quite good.
That's the thing, though. But in talking about it, like you said, you can't just swallow up all these guys because what are you gonna do with them? Right? You got to pick and choose.
Well,
we have.
I mean, Tony Khan's sitting there right now, and he's thinking to himself, "Our roster's not that deep, right? But we've got
things like you got to remember. There's people that we haven't seen in a while that are on the roster, right? Like,
yeah. But he's also got another hour to fill. Remember, he's got a new TV show he's got to put out. That's part of the contract. So now you can be like, and it's not meant to be dark. So you've got the internet, you've got an hour of dark. Dark can be as long as you like, because sometimes it's 20 minutes. We get one match like this week with Gun Club and that, or sometimes it can be like an hour and a half. I've seen them as long as an hour and a half before. And then you've got Dynamite, and then you've got this new show. So you've got capacity there to move people around. But again, you can't have like a WWE invasion. God, there's an angle, eh?
Oh, God.
An invasion angle. But you can't. I mean, it's great material for Talk is Jericho. All these disgruntled employees. He's going to be like, who do I put on first? Rusev, please. I want to hear what Rusev's got to say.
Oh, I want to hear Rusev go for sure.
But yeah, in the revival. But yeah, you're right. If people are just going to go, oh, it's WWE light, and then they forget that some of these guys didn't cut their teeth in WWE. They're in TNA. Your EC Freeze and your Eric Youngs, Gallows and Anderson were New Japan. Things like that.
Like, it depends what you classify as cut your teeth, because the first iteration of EC3 was Derek Bateman.
Yeah.
So he kind of started and then left and then came back.
Yeah, but
and then left
TNA
again?
is really where he made his mark.
Yeah.
His promos were great. He was good as a heel. He was good as a face. He was surprisingly good as a face. I was shocked at that. And I just like to see more done with him. I just felt he was so underutilized. And the boy can talk. So if he doesn't have a dynasty with MJF, I definitely want to see them feud.
He reminds me so much of John Cena.
Really? I don't get that.
Yeah, the way he wrestles, like just how good he can talk, like how charismatic he is. It's eerily similar to me.
Well, I guess we'll see what happens in the weeks to come. Because right now, if I was going to make predictions, I would say half of the pre-tape stuff's going to get binned. They're going to go back to Daly's place because they're thinking, we can buy some of these guys, a Rusev.
No.
But you're just losing the pop, though. You're losing the pop of the live crowd.
The pop of the live crowd isn't a thing right now.
Fuck, it's just wrestling is shit. It is. It's shit. SmackDown is fucking abysmal. Raw is boring as shit, but not as bad as SmackDown. And AEW is actually beginning to get into the zone where I'm just not feeling it as much, because I need the crowd, I need the live, I need the people, I need the stupid chants.
Well, still the best couple episodes they've done in all this were when they had the wrestlers in the crowd at Daly's place. Like, even like having the jobbers around and stuff isn't as good. You need to have like the talent around, because then people recognize
who's there. But they're on Skeleton Crews. Well,
yeah.
Just get a nice. I mean, Khan owns hotels, right? Get a hotel. I know some of them don't want to be away from their families, but get them in a nice hotel. The ones that want to move, get them in there. Look after them, and then just roll out some shows each week. If you don't want to travel around or whatever, let them move their families into the hotel or whatever. I don't know. I know that's kind of a bit desperado there to do stuff like that, but give people options.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
I was thinking about just getting a hotel just for a change of pace. Like, fuck. Just get out of here. Just go down the street to the hotel just because.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see what happens. But I think they'll go back to live recording, because they've lost again to NXT this week, and that's not going to sit well.
No, like it's tough when you can't have the crowd, right? Like, the crowd is what brings it.
It's crazy.
It's what makes wrestling, and I never realized that until now.
Yeah, neither did I.
Until recently, right? Like, it's as cool and as cinematic as some of these things can be. It's a lot to do with the crowd.
You need the crowd.
I hate to bring it up because you don't like it, but like the moment when Brock beat Undertaker, silence was a big deal. But the reason that there was silence with 70,000 people was what made it.
That broke me that
dramatic,
day.
Right?
It broke me.
Yeah, like it's crazy, and like you can't tell me Kofi Kingston winning last year at WrestleMania would have been nearly as good without the crowd, or Becky Lynch
the major
winning
moments with
like, right? Like, Could you imagine having The Rock versus Hulk Hogan match
And
with
an
no
empty arena.
crowd? How awful that would be.
And what's really shown its course is the empty arena match. Hager and Mox, the last man standing match with Edge and Randy Orton. I know we'll disagree, but that was a fucking snooze fest. And then the
Okay.
hour-long match between Tommaso Ciampa and what's his chops?
Johnny Gargano.
Johnny Gargano. It just some bits worked, some bits didn't. But you can't. Those matches are terrible. Not terrible, but it's just yeah. Don't know, man. Dark
It's
days
tough
are coming.
without a crowd. Yeah.
Well, here's hoping that the ban. Well, it is a ban. Here's hoping that things get lifted and they can get back to normal in the States. To be honest, let's get back to normal in the States first, right? I can
You
stay
can
in
deal with it.
lockdown if I can have proper wrestling on TV. I'd rather they went ahead and did it first.
Yeah.
Lead by example, which I'm sure they will. Let's get out of this crap. Because if no one takes the leap and says, listen, this is no worse than a normal flu, we're never going to get out of it. And on that note, thanks for listening.
Cheers.
Thanks for watching. And we shall see where the cards fall, where the chips lay, where the dominoes fall, where the hooker's panties drop. We'll see you on the next one. Chin chin. So before we start discussing where we think people should be, this is what I have to put up with. This dog,
Jesus,
Gotham is so hairy.
that's a lot.
That's nothing,
Eat
man.
it.
That's nothing.
Eat it. Eat it. Eat it.
Eat it. Eat it. No, you eat it.
Okay. Yeah, because I can just grab through the screen and.
I ain't
Eat it.
eating no. I ain't getting no airplane. I ain't eating no furball. And you are watching AEW fans?
Rock on, motherfuckers.
Not the goddamn Dippin' Dots. They never hurt nobody. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please make sure you like and subscribe to this video because it helps us out a lot. It helps us in the algorithms. It helps us get seen. It gets us more visibility. Plus, when you subscribe, you're not going to miss any of our amazing content. So, do what smart people do. Like and subscribe. Cheers. Oh, I love a bit of bush.